Several days after you escape Steelborough, Legol helps you row aimlessly through the desert. Either one of you is liable to pass out at any moment. The sand skiff you stole as you fled the city has proven handy for getting around. But there isn't a scrap of food nor a drop of water aboard. You probably should have had more of a plan, you think to yourself. The two of you row in complete silence. You fear if you make so much as a peep, the sheer effort involved will cause you to collapse. You propel the boat forward with all your might, when suddenly, a patch of quicksand swallows your sand skiff whole. Where are we? You look around, trying to figure out where the quicksand has spit you out. At the very least, your tight grip on the boat has prevented you from getting separated from Legol. But in a desert this vast and empty, there's no telling how far the quicksand might have taken you. We better find some water, Legol grumbles, shaking sand out of every possible crevice. His comment snaps you out of your bewilderment. You nod at him and begin searching your surroundings for potable water. Unfortunately, your legs are less cooperative. They may as well be made of lead. You're so thirsty, even the act of breathing feels painful. The sun's rays beat down upon you. It's so hot. You need water. Your head is killing you. You lift your head. There before you, impossibly, walks Ram, your plush animal. No. You shake your head. That isn't real. There, Legol croaks. Your eyes follow his outstretched finger and land upon an oasis. Adrenaline takes hold. You both run toward the oasis and watch as it dissipates. Alas, it was a mirage. So hot, so thirsty. Water. Ram waves to you. Are you hallucinating? You don't know anymore. So hot. Water. You feel your consciousness slipping away. When your eyes finally open, you find yourself back on board the sand skiff. We better find some water, Legol grumbles, shaking sand out of every possible crevice. His comment snaps you out of your stupor. Apparently, you hallucinated everything that just happened, which means you'd better find that water, and fast. You nod at him and begin searching your surroundings for potable water. You open the treasure chest to find a bottle glimmering in the sunlight. You snatch it up, but it's empty. Legol's shoulders drop in unison with yours. As consciousness threatens to forsake you, you catch sight of a young man. You've come at a very good time, he chirps. Ah, so you seek the compound formed from hydrogen and oxygen, he says excitedly, launching into the beginning of a very long speech. His words flow as quickly as the quicksand that brought you here. Legol musters every last ounce of his strength to try and interrupt the torrent of babble, when suddenly a monster's cry issues from behind the youth. You see, I was about to be attacked by foul beasts, the youth says, beaming. Yes, you've come at a very good time indeed, he chirps again, which must be his way of asking for your help. You certainly haven't the strength to escape. Looks like you're in for a fight. Calling upon the steel primal helped you fell the monsters. But before you can catch your breath, what on earth was that? The youth says, rushing up behind you from his vantage point for the battle. He peppers you with questions and comments in his breathless style. That was the steel primal, wasn't it? The fact that you can control it means you're one of the fabled Subterrans. You are, aren't you? I had no idea you actually existed. Well, if today isn't my lucky day, if you don't mind my asking, how do you control that beast? I have deduced that the card you're holding there is the key to controlling them, but beyond that, Ugh. Whew, this guy sure can talk. He pays your pained expression no mind as he carries on, finally realizing that he has yet to introduce himself. The young man's name is Polka, and he's on a long, winding journey in pursuit of monsters to study. As if you hadn't heard enough, He asks if you'd like to hear an explanation about the primals. You make another desperate plea for water. Polka, however, hasn't even done you the courtesy of waiting for an answer. He's already chattering away about the primals. There are 3 kinds, he tells you at breakneck speed. In addition to the steel primal, there exists a fire primal and a frost primal. And all are powerful enough to cause changes in their natural environment because of reasons. Unfortunately, your fevered brain can parse no more of his blathering. Look, we helped you, so give us some water already, Ligol barks, clearly out of patience. Finally, Polka closes his mouth for the first time since you've met. He looks rather contrite, for he, too, has no water on his person. You stare at him, speechless. You know, I'm actually rather thirsty, he says, and collapses into the sand. Clearly, his was a thirst brought on by incessant blabbering rather than fleeing from monsters. You both look at Polka's crumpled form, and then at one another. Mind and body pushed well beyond their limits, the 2 of you finally surrender to sweet, sweet unconsciousness. You awaken to find yourself lying down inside a tent. Startled, you leap to your feet. Well, you seem much better, a woman says sweetly as she enters. She says she found the 3 of you collapsed in the desert and nursed you back to health. You thank her and quickly ask where she's taken Ligol. She tells you Ligol woke up not long before. He and Polka are at a stall outside. You exit the tent to find several more lined up before you. It looks like you've been picked up by a caravan.